In this video, I'll show you how you can save a ton of time in post-processing by applying some analog pre-processing on the fly to your recording using the DBX286S analog mic preamp and processor. Now for the record, I'm not the only one, and certainly not the first one to praise it. YouTube nobilities like Podcastage, Junkie, Judd, Geeky Nerdy Techy, Mike Russell, and Julian Krause have all recommended it at some point. Heck, even Caleb Pike from DSLR Video Shooter uses it. If you don't yet know these channels, make sure to check them out. They are all delivering consistently quality stuff that is worth watching. Nevertheless, none of the reviews so far have emphasized the effect of the one feature which can save you the most time and frustration during post-processing. So stick around, I will tell you. So, what is this magic move that may just save you a ton of time in post? Are you familiar with this exercise? What if I told you that you can skip all of this? So let's see. What is the processing that you guys usually add in post so that your voice sounds as it should in your final show? I'm sure you'll know and already use most of this. You'll need a preamp so that, well, your microphone works at all. Then you'll need a high-pass filter to cut out fan noise, low-frequency rumble, AC noise, computer noises. Then you would apply a compressor to avoid spikes in the audio, and by the way, when you turn your head like this, your voice will still be on level and will not drop. Some de-esser, because you're not a snake and neither is your audience, so you don't need that many sibilant sounds in your voice. A little bit of bass boost to get that commanding broadcast sound, right? A clarity enhancer, so while your voice is commanding and broadcasty, people still get what you are trying to say. And finally, this is the one you may not know, a downward expander. Now, if you're not familiar with what a downward expander does, this is essentially a noise gate on steroids. And this is the magic tool, if applied right. What it does is that it attenuates the audio below a certain threshold even further. It attenuates it, but it does not completely cut it out, as opposed to a noise gate. You see, when you completely cut out sounds like breathing noises, that will result in digital silence in your recording, which is totally unnatural and very exhausting and disturbing to listen to. Instead, if you dial it in right, it will just take the audio that is lower than your normal talking volume and makes it even quieter. And that, my friends, is effectively a debreather. And debreathing is one of the most frustrating exercises in post-processing, for me at least. So if you apply the downward expander only on this unit, it was already worth investing into. However, using it to its full advantage can make your microphone, whatever beginning mic you happen to use, sound way above its price class. Let me demonstrate it to you real quick. This is a sub €100 old Audio-Technica ATR 2100 USB XLR microphone. It is very similar to the Samsung Q2U, fairly cheap, and this is how it sounds right out of the box without any processing. It sounds okay, nothing special, right? Notice that I haven't done any post-processing on this part either, so you can actually hear how heavy the breathing can turn out. Then I've plugged it into the DBX286S, added the processing which you would normally add in post anyway, which it does for you real time while you're recording, and it will sound like this. You don't hear noise, that's what the high-pass filter and the downward expander do. My voice is more stable, it does not drop when I turn my head, and it's generally more even, which is what the compressor does. My sibilant sounds, the S's, the T's are cut back, to which, by the way, this microphone here is very sensitive to. So hence the telling name of the de-esser, your S's are gone. You have a warm, commanding broadcast-like bass added, but without any disturbing low-end rumble. At the same time, you have way more air and clarity, which were the job of the two enhancer knobs on the DBX unit, the bass boost and the clarity enhancer. And last but very much not least, my breathing noises are mostly removed as well, real time. So my recording, at least the audio part, is ready. But I mean, publishing ready. Unless I'll need to cut it here and there, which I always need, but that's beside the point. The point is, you have a relaxed post-editing with way less deep-breathing automation exercises I was showing you in the beginning, and it even makes my cheap ATR 2100 sound like a pro broadcasting microphone. The only thing missing from it actually is a limiter to avoid our audio clipping and being distorted, but we will solve it in one of the upcoming videos as well. So if you want to learn how to dial in the DBX286S unit properly, I actually would recommend you to check out Julian Krause's instructions. I cannot tell you more or better either. What I can tell you about, however, is different podcasting setup with one or more remote guests and different devices to record your podcast. So check out my other videos on the channel. So to quickly wrap it up, the key to avoid a lot of work in post is to apply the downward expander on the DBX286S unit in your audio signal chain, which is effectively a debreather that is always dialed to your particular voice with your particular microphone.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.